press conference on the coronavirus.
ילדים ללימודים, אבל לעשות את זה באופן בטוח ובזהירות. הערב יש לנו בשורה.
Measured way, and today we have news that Israeli students are returning to study on a regular basis. Starting next Thursday, we will start an operation of checking and studying. This is how it will work. All of the Israeli students up to the age of 18 will be checked twice a week at home, once on Sunday morning before heading to school, and a second time on Wednesday morning. The child is tested, comes out negative, and goes to school as normal. If he's positive, he remains at home until... And this is the way we'll do it. Twice a week, they will be checked. Meanwhile, we made sure to transfer 3 free students per family, per student, and in the next days we will bring millions more kits for free for the parents. I would like to say that Israel goes towards the parents and children that need the routine. We take responsibility. We gave testing kits and we'll give out more, but this move demands personal responsibility of you, the parents, to follow the procedures and to do the tests. If the child is sick, doesn't feel well, has symptoms, or comes out positive, just don't send him to school or to the kindergarten. People of Israel, the wave of Omicron we will go through together with a minimum damage to economy and human life. This was our goal at the beginning, to keep the economy open. Yes, fighting a pandemic is complicated. This is the nature of the Omicron. But thanks to right decisions at the start of the way by the government, we have managed to prepare in the best possible way in the world. After we saw what happens overseas, to vaccinate 600,000 adults with a 4th dose and keep the old people's homes open. I wish to thank the Israeli public, and particularly to you, the parents, for your patience and your responsibility these days. This wave is difficult for everyone. There is a verified case in almost every home, but we need to say the truth. The Omicron is less violent, and this wave will go past quicker than previous waves. I'd like to thank the Minister Horvitz, the Minister Beaton, and your great staff at the Health Ministry. It was important for us to come here together. The outline is one that's shared by all these offices. We operate and will continue to operate responsibly. The tests of all the Israeli children twice a week will help us reduce morbidity and bring an end to this wave. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. In less than a week, schools are going back to their normal course. We're on the last stretch. A little bit more patience and we will go through this together. Thank you very much. Good evening. The move we are making today is a continuation of the same strategy that we led at the beginning of the way, and that is maintaining the balance between health, economy, and democracy, maintaining the health, the markets, and the education. Also, in this wave, we chose the complicated but right way, without lockdowns. Like we did in the Delta, we maintained the education system open. The easiest thing would have been to close everything down and send masses to unemployment, send all the students home. But when we say living next to the coronavirus, this means also studying next to the coronavirus. During all the way, we insisted to keep the education system open, even with the difficulties. At the current rate of infections, when schools and kindergartens are open, The isolations, the quarantines is a heavy burden on parents all over the country and hurts the routine of the studying. We see this, we understand the difficulty, and therefore in the past week we started planning a new outline that would allow us to reevaluate, maintain the health, but also maintain the education system open. Next Thursday, we're moving from quarantines in the education system to outline of testing, 2 tests a week that will be given for free in all the education system, including kindergartens. Those who test positive will get another test and will remain at home in isolation. All the rest will be able to remain and study in school. We'll start this in less than a week to prepare to deliver the kits and able to make sure that we're taking as few risks as possible, where we can be easy on the public and balance between routine and education. We're doing so with responsibility, with very carefully, and with the guidelines of the health ministry. Myself as the minister and all of us in the health ministry are treating Omicron very seriously and responsibly. And we see we are working to prevent infections, particularly in the older ages and those who are at risk of serious illness. We're doing it with a 4th jab, with pills to treat corona, with plans to protect old people's homes, and hundreds of thousands of tests, antigen and PCRs. We do them on a daily basis all over the country. We see high importance in the routine of children in schools, in frontal studying. Health and education are not separate issues. They are intertwined. We saw very clearly the impact of lockdowns, of locking down also the education system by the previous government. We saw a rise in mental distress among children and youth, and this is an emergency situation that we are dealing with in all the necessary tools, with together with the health and education and welfare offices. We insisted to maintain the education open, and no doubt this was the right thing to do. We give all the tools. Israel is one of the leading countries in the world. We embarked on a massive operation to deliver free home tests. I use them. I call on the young people. Right, there is no reason to panic and you can maintain regular life. But when you vaccinate, you do the test, you take care of yourselves. And you also take care of the old people around you. This is a matter of personal responsibility and social responsibility, solidarity. Every vaccination can change life. The vaccination, the pills, the tests, the public's agreement, these are the reasons why we are able to maintain the health system, the students, we're even during the Omicron, keeping ourselves safe and keeping to live next to the coronavirus, with the coronavirus. I wish to thank all the health system, the doctors, the nurses, the emergency teams. I am in the field every day. I see the devotion and the professionality. You are the backbone of us. We cannot deal with this challenge without you. I would like to thank the Prime Minister and the Education Minister for their support. We are together. I'm sure we will get through this wave together. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Health Minister, the students, the parents, the teachers, we made the best decision for them. at this time. Canceling the quarantine for healthy students and bringing them back to schools is the right thing to do for them and for the education teams and also for the parents, who for them this is a great relief. We received a brave decision to live next to the coronavirus. This is an important move. It would have been the easiest thing to close the health system, but our duty is to save every child. The emotional distress after a year and a half of lockdown we are experiencing in the system with violence and mental and health disorders, eating disorders, in order to give them the right solution, we have to maintain stability for them. Every child that comes to school is a child that we're saving, nothing less of that. The recent time was challenging, also for the managers, for the teachers, all of the education teams. I visited the city of Hadera today. I saw the spark in the eyes of the devotion, but I also saw the fatigue and the efforts to maintain the system open. I'd like to tell you that we're all seeing how you're fighting for every child. We're seeing your devotion. And I'd like to say to you, I'm proud of you. All of the people of Israel are proud of you. This is a chance to say thank you to all of you for what you're doing now and what you've done over the past 2 years. Thank you very much.
Well, we just heard